Joe Budden calls Rory and Mal failures.
Oh, please. He just cool with all the ops. And he cool, so you can't say nothing to him.
What ops I'm cool with?
He ain't mediated nothing with none of my ops.
I tried. I've tried.
You don't want to hear nothing from
publicly
none of
and privately. You know that.
No, it's up for life with those failures.
That's right. On the last episode of the Joe Budden podcast, episode 767, Joe Budden said that he would never piece it up with Rory and Mal. Now, he was obviously talking about Rory and Mal because Ian had said he was trying to mediate and make things cool in the background, and Joe said, no, I don't want to talk to those failures. And on top of that, he was talking specifically to Ian Dunlop and said, yo, you be cool with the ops. And for those of you that don't know, Ian Dunlop has done a lot of content with Rory and Mal. He seems to be pretty cool with them. I also believe Ian Dunlop is behind the scenes trying to piece everything up, but it just isn't possible. Now, I think Joe Budden just had a narcissistic reaction to Rory and Mal. I did think that at one point he did want to piece it up, but Mal deaded that. This is just my guess. I think Rory and Joe want to be cool again, or at some point it was close to happening, and Mal was like, screw that guy, he stole my money, I ain't with it. So then Joe Budden, with his narcissistic personality, I'm not saying that's wrong, I'm just saying he has it, he's admitted to it, said, oh, y'all don't want to piece it up? I hate y'all, y'all failures, y'all hurt my soul, so I can't express that, so my mental mind has to reframe it and attack y'all. But Joe Budden isn't the only one taking shots, as there was a recent episode of Rory and Mal where I think Rory was talking about going to the Wale concert or something like that, and Mal said that he doesn't want to run into anybody, and either he was talking about Ice or he was talking about Joe. And I think Rory pushed back like, hey, you worried about running into someone? And like, that's weird. He's saying you worried about running into Joe. And I think the reason Mal is thinking that is because running into Joe is probably the worst thing you can do if you're trying to get over a situation he has put you through, because he's going to use that situation to warp reality. He's going to gaslight you, and he's going to create his own perception of what happened. And one day he might use it on his podcast as a story, and boom, you're caught up in the gaslight ritual. This guy is the gaslight Gretzky. Joe is problematic. And he also has a lot of pull in the industry of podcasting. Look at Mandy. Talked all this nonsense about he did us dirty. He wouldn't let us run ads. He signed us to a podcast 360. Man. A couple years later, she was talking about getting a steak dinner out of Joe. You know why she did that? Because he has the #1 podcast in the game right now. So Mal is probably like, I'm not even going to be around this dude, because if I'm around this dude, he going to do me foul. And then the people that are tied to him business-wise are going to reframe it as it's okay because he's Joe Budden. So kudos to Mal. He's making the right move. But still, Joe is taking his shots, calling them failures. But you also got to remember, you know what it is? It's fourth quarter. Joe Budden is trying to get that fine lady of his a Chanel bag. She gonna be on Twitter talking about, I need a new car and I deserve it because I'm the pod mama and I'm this and that. And I do a lot for Joe, and I'm so special, and you know what, I could buy it by myself. I could do it on my own, but like, I just want Joe to do it. And Joe feel that pressure. Joe feel it, so he got to go on his podcast. He got to trash Rory and Mal. He got to take shots at Adam. He just told Adam he's in the coffin, saying that No Jumper is dead. I don't know if that's true. I have my opinion of the situation. I don't think No Jumper is dead. No Jumper makes the content people want to watch. It's the content y'all say y'all don't want to watch, but y'all tune in for all the time. Adam 22 knows what people like, and he puts it there. And don't even get me started on the X-rated stuff. It's like P. Diddy and Jay-Z. You look at their rap career. Oh my God, Reasonable Doubt. Puff Daddy and the Family. The Blueprint. Harlem World. Did he help make that? But really, where they made most of their money? Alcohol. The millions, the billions they made in the vices. Let me say that again. The millions, the billions they made in the vices. Joe Budden, if he ever really gets to the bag, I'm talking millions and billions, it's probably going to be in something outside of podcasting. And that's the point I'm trying to make with Adam 22. How can Joe say that Adam's in the coffin when his OnlyFans is probably as competitive with the JBP as his media? Now, I don't know. His media empire might be different. I still think No Jumper is fine. I think Adam did a smart thing by getting rid of all those podcasts that nobody really cared for like that. The one with DW and Almighty Suspect. Not a shot at them fellas, but I just think, it really wasn't delivering. But only time will tell. But let me know what you think about the shots Joe took at Rory and Mal. Do you believe Rory and Mal will respond? There's also a commentary about if they are really failures. I remember when Rory and Mal started, a lot of people said that they was going to be done after their first or second contract. And they did the first contract with, Sirius. And then now they're doing Studio 21. So they're far from failures. You can't call them a failure anymore. At least if Joe's going to take shots, he needs to be creative. That's not the Joe I know. Joe would have been much more clever than that. This isn't fourth quarter Joe. This is washed up fourth quarter Joe. What happened to that I got you signed under an NDA? Never do anything. That was smart. What happened to bare minimum? That was smart. Calling Rory and Mal failures after they just done all they did. Drake is feeding them information to spite you. They got people hate watching them because Mal hates on Kendrick and J. Cole. People like Mal's J. Cole rant more than like Joe's. I saw that more online than Joe. So that's just something we got to watch out for. I think Joe's getting a little sloppy. Step it up, fourth quarter Joe. This is not the fourth quarter Joe I know. Anyway, that's it for this rendition of The Stop. Follow me on Instagram, The Stop TV. Follow me on Twitter, The Stop TV. This is Danny from The Stop. Peace.